Let's listen to what he said.
January of last year, not this year, January last year. That news that came out is very, 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 very true. I approached that stupid boy, because this is my second marriage.
Okay.
I approached that stupid boy. I saw him one day. He was shaking like a leaf. And I told him, I said, do you know who I am? I said, yes. Okay, so what the hell are you doing with my wife? He was with a girl's friend. And that fact I said about old women and everything, he had a girl that he wanted to marry that I was engaged to. The girl, her name was Precious. I met him and I told him, I said, if my wife is stupid enough to want to cheat on her husband, why would you, a small rat, encourage it? And he went, is that what she told you? I said, dude, I have your recordings. I said, I have your recordings, you talking to my wife. And I told him, I said, see what? I said, me, I am not somebody. If the woman was worth anything to me in terms of like before when I married her, before she started all this nonsense, I said, I would have shot you in 2 kneecaps. You would be confined to a wheelchair. She's really not worth to me. Because if a woman can do that to the husband repeatedly, with the same guy, repeatedly, I'm just pouring my heart out so that you understand the thing that I had to go through. I have evidence to burn two of them on a stick. I have evidence to burn two of them. I have like 6 recordings. I have a text message the idiot sent to me apologizing after that day I met him. But they still went back at it. See, let me tell you, I have been facing this thing. Some people knew, but I held it to my heart because I asked 2 boys. I told that guy, I said, I have 2 boys from this woman and I want to raise them. Leave this woman alone. Maybe she will come to her senses. Then I will overlook it. I'll take one for my sons. They continued. In the audio, she's the one encouraging the guy. I don't know what I did to deserve that. Let me tell you something. That woman, I sent her to school in 2010 to 2011. We were married then. That was when we met. She went to school, came back, and she said she wants to go what? I said, you should do a business. What do you like to do? She says she likes skincare and interior. I said, skincare is going to get you a lot. Let's do interior. So she did. I found her first carpenter for her. I raised everything I did. I studied interior design photography for her for 4 years. I was very good at it. And the reason why most people don't know is that I had just one client, her, and she wasn't paying me. So I was doing all this for my wife until I raised her to the extent that trouble now started. So she felt that she was big and started an affair with this guy. Leave the guy, she won't agree. There was a time that I left her. So okay, let me just go. I left for 3 months. I went and stayed in a hotel. She was looking for me for 3 months, crying, crocodile tears. Finally found me. Finally got me out of the hotel. I came back only for her 2 weeks later to go back. I have the recordings. So now, the thing that annoys me, see, my own is this. I was ready. I held all this evidence. I left on my own. So there was one day I couldn't take it anymore. And I said, all right, give me back my ring. And she fought me for that ring. I took the ring back. Then she went and called her father. Her father stays in Houston. I said, oh, that man handled her. I said, okay. And then the father said, okay, leave the house. So the next day she packed from the house. I had had it already. I waited. She packed everything from the house. I closed the door, changed the locks. My boys were still with me, but she said she needed time to go and to fix the house. Next week she comes back. I think next 2 weeks she comes back, knowing that I did not chase her, I did not even do anything. Because I told her, I said, see, I hope you know what you are doing, because when this thing goes down, I will not come back. And that's what happened. She came back and said, oh, do you miss me? I said, sorry, you are done. You are done. A month later she came and picked my kids, went. Everything was going on well, and she went. She even allowed my children to come and stay with me for 1 weekend, and went back and everything. Then it got to a point where she saw that I had moved on. Because you are with your boyfriend now, so me. I said, okay, me too. Me, I will go. I wasn't outside. I wasn't going out because I was just focusing my heart, my soul, my strength on that woman. Then I went out. All it took was she just saw me to be a very beautiful girl and everything. She lost it and went and took me to court. That's the one thing it was. So it was just like anger. But the thing is this: if you don't wait for 2 years before you go to court, the court will ask you, why do you want the divorce before 2 years? You have to show proof. And I told her friends, I said, tell her that I have proof that she was misbehaving. So she shouldn't take that case to court, because she was asking me if I should pay her 4 million every month for the children's upkeep. I said that was not going to happen. So anyhow, let's go. When I brought the evidence in front of the judge, the judge just said, please, you know that there are children involved. I said, well, according to this case, I'm the defendant. She's the plaintiff. So I think you're talking to the wrong person here. I'm merely defending myself. And that, all those things entered into court. I don't know if now finally, so maybe that information now finally leaked through the court to QT Jules. Now, when the thing came out, so I found out that people were thinking that this thing just started now. So I put out a statement that 2 years I've moved on and blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, she now starts putting the narrative that, it's the guy's team doing it. So tomorrow, I'm going to release an audio. Tomorrow is going to be a long day for some people because I'm going to do just that. Because I'm tired of being accused falsely. My first wife, when people talk about this malice thing, they think that somebody will I'll just come and start keeping malice with somebody.
Exactly.
Somebody that I love. Why would I do that? Nobody keeps malice with somebody unless it's like you politely put it, silent treatment. The person has been like that. Someone cannot come and enter marriage and wasn't doing silent treatment or wasn't doing malice before. Then he starts doing malice. I said you cross the line. And by line, there are many things line means. I tried everything to stop this woman. I tried that malice, it didn't work. I tried leaving the house for 3 months, it didn't work. I tried, it didn't work. And I was there for my children. I got our spiritual mother who would bear me witness, who she's not talking to. Our spiritual mother, who she introduced me to 16 years ago. That woman is a holy woman. The woman doesn't talk to her anymore.
Okay, guys, what do you think so far?
And I tried. The woman knelt down in front of us. Stop, please. She don't really stop because she wants to die with chicken. So I said, okay. I left. Because me, when it gets to a point where I know that, this thing I'm just doing is futile, and I was on my way now. What are you talking about? I'm on my way. And I have tried to brush the damn hand. But suddenly, my peace is disrupted by people wanting to cover facts because she's depending on the goodness of my heart not to release those audios. And I'm going to do that tomorrow. Because this narrative of malice, everybody's talking malice. And I'm looking at this bunch of children, and I'm like, don't you understand what I was trying to say?
You don't get it.
So I had women coming to my DM and insulting me. And I said, hey, look, I won't take insult from any other woman again, apart from my daughters, my nieces, my cousins who are females, my mother. But I won't even take that kind of insult from anybody again. And I want them. I said, if I screen grab this, you understand, because I'm tired of, in the background, what people are not living with me, the women that I've been with, they know that I protect them. But when they mess up and I want to leave, they want to destroy me. Because they don't want another woman to have me. So, these are the things. I just wanted to pour. I just said, okay, you know what, you have somebody that is good for. You see what saved me in this thing? Let me tell you what saved me in this thing. When the thing was happening, for unlike my first marriage, I wasn't telling anybody what was happening. That was a different story. I wasn't telling anybody. So when the thing came out, even my friends were saying, Frank, what happened? They were shocked. But now, this time, I was ready. I told people that knew us mutually. I didn't mention that guy's name. Some of them I mentioned the name. Then, some people in the industry know. The industry has known since. And that is what that boy does. But this one, because this one wants to die. Then, that's why their own is wrong. And I made peace with it. I said, let it go. Because Nigerians, this thing is out now. And she's trying to create a narrative. The woman that they said, cheated and everything, blah, 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 blah. They were telling me, because I blocked her, I don't go to her Instagram. And they're telling me that she's busy posting. When you see through out stuff, I'm posting. So, I now know that, okay, this thing is orchestrated. So tomorrow, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to post. Now, let me tell you what isn't the one I'm going to post tomorrow. That was when I decided to leave. So, when I had left, this was the last audio they did, and she now was telling the guy that, look, listen, I'll send the audio to you. So, she now told the guy that, hey, see, this guy has decided to leave. But you better get ready because he's going to post stuff. Because why would he do that? Because it will also affect him. And you know what she said? She said, well, since he has left, he's now eager to go and tell people that's what she said. I know that's not accurate, but this is what she said. He's now eager to go and tell people that the marriage ended and it wasn't his fault. Then she added, which it actually wasn't his fault. That's what she said there. And the guy said, okay, Miss Carrie and everything. And you know, the guy said, what? He said, forget it. He said, what? He said, you don't Nigeria, don't forget. I was in the people, it doesn't look like, is
it like a phone call between them?
Yes, it's also what happened. She's in her car and he's on speaker.
Okay.
So all I did was throw an audio and media personality. I mean, something every time I see, let me tell you, every time she wanted to do something would touch me. So she doesn't even have an idea what the technology is like. As a matter of fact, this is what I think the guy was asking. Are you sure he's not recording this?
Wow.
See, I have gone through that from 2022 till present day. She left this January last year, and now we're in court against this month. But as in week I tried to suppress it. Week videos, I said I had children involved. But I'm just looking, I said, I think I'm the only one just trying for help. Every time I see, let me tell you, every time she wanted to do something, something would touch me. So I just said, she doesn't even have an idea how what the technology is like. As a matter of fact, this is what I think the guy was asking. I'm sure he's not recording this.
Wow.
See, I have gone through that from 2022 till present day. She left this January last year, and now we're in court against this month. But as in week I tried to suppress it. Week videos, I said I had children involved. But I'm just looking, I said, I think I'm the only one just trying to help. It looks like I'm the only sane one in this. I said, okay, let us all act the same. And no, let's act the same. So me, let's be mad. Because sometimes you have to show people that. You see that madness is not genetic. It's not genetic. Just because you're a madman, I'll show you madness too. I have it in me, but I've suppressed it. So when I saw that, I just said, oh, okay. At least some intelligent person that is knowing how to rationalize it. You reach out to you know that even this thing that you are anything is deeper. Planning to travel to America. And the guy is already hotel. And he said, no, we don't arrange a hotel. That the guy saying we should do Airbnb because hotels have cameras. I have all those ones.
Hey, but he doesn't know.
She heard the audio. There's another audio. That time I left the house and I came back. So that particular audio, when I left and came back, there's an audio that he was talking. The guy says he does have a house. He even put his address in the audio. So, so he now said, oh, I'm going to meet you. Let me meet you now. Let me tell you that the woman is 10 years older than I get. If you listen to this audio I'm going to send you, you will notice that you will think this is not my husband. This is the dilemma. I get quiet. See, I'm tired of taking the fall for useless women. My ex-wife, the first one for 16 years. The number of times I've talked on the phone is not, if you combine the time, it's not up to.
This is just a sad situation, to be honest. I know a lot of people have come for Frank because of his statement, I'm the king of Malice. I bet you he will never use those words again. But looking at it, I don't think he's entirely the villain. I think they're both at fault. Okay, so it's a sad situation for both of them. A marriage is gone, children involved, their business is all over social media. I just wish they had handled it better.